So the Blackhawks 2018-19 season has come to a close. And once again, as everyone knows by now, they missed the playoffs for the second straight season. Um, and there were some ups and there were some downs. But did this team as a whole have a better year than they did last year? Yes. But at the end of the day, they just were not a playoff team. I mean, sure, there were a lot of positives that came from this season. Patrick Kane had a new career high in points. Alex DeBrincat emerged as a rising star. Dylan Strome turned into a point-per-game player after being traded from Arizona to the Blackhawks back in late November. 51 points in 58 games with the Blackhawks. He's turning into that guy that people expected when he went third overall in 2015. Dominic Cahoon was a solid rookie with 37 points there. Eric Gustafson had a career-high 60 points, was among the league leaders in points by defensemen. Let's see what else that was positive that came from this year. Corey Crawford started to return to form after coming back from a second concussion. Cam Ward was really solid in net. Delia emerged as a solid goaltender and possibly the number one guy for the future. Drake Caggiula was a nice fit on that top line, playing the left side along with Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane. There were a lot of positives that came out of this year. The team I thought was more competitive when Jeremy Culleton took over, and the team I thought got better as the season went on. But despite all of that, there were just too many negatives. I mean, going back before I get into those, Brandon Saad had a bounce back year. 35 points last year, 47 this year, 23 goals, 24 assists. He bounced back from a tough year last year. But now we get into the negatives as to why they missed the playoffs. Despite all of that, all the positives, there were too many negatives that unfortunately kept them out of the playoffs. They had 2 8-game losing streaks this season. The second one was worse because they got no points out of it. That really hurt them. I mean, you can't be a playoff team when you've got 2 8-game losing streaks in 1 year. They had that awful stretch where they went 11 in a row where they didn't start on time. You remember they were getting behind 2-0, 3-0 early. That hurt. They didn't show up when they needed it most. They couldn't even beat the worst, team in the West, the lowest scoring team in the league, the LA Kings. They lost twice in overtime, and then they didn't show up for that second one where they gave up 6 goals. I mean, then you look at other negatives that occurred. They didn't have the depth scoring. That's been an issue for a while now. But the main reasons why they didn't get to the playoffs, their defense allowed the second most goals in the league. Only Ottawa was worse. Second most goals in the entire league. You can't be a playoff team when you're allowing, 4, 5 goals every night. You can't do that. The other thing that hurt them, penalty killing. Dead last in the NHL. That's got to get fixed. The defense and the penalty kill are the real reasons that they didn't make the playoffs this year. That has to be rectified, and I'll put this in a different video about what their priorities are this summer and what they need to do to find themselves back in the playoffs a year from now. So that's a wrap on the 2018-2019 Blackhawks. Hopefully we'll see some better days come next season. And just comment, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think they were better than you thought they would be? Do you think they were worse? Were they in between? And where do you think they're going to be heading come next year? So just let me know. And, peace out.